Hey, Jack Burdey from the Schaefer Financial team here at Canaccord Genuity. This is a quick explainer video regarding separately managed accounts. They're an investment vehicle that Chris and I use quite a bit in practice, but they can be a little bit confusing to wrap your head around. Let's jump in. Investopedia defines SMAs, or separately managed accounts, as a portfolio of assets professionally managed by an investment firm where one or more portfolio managers are responsible for the day-to-day investment decisions, supported by a team of analysts, operational, and admin staff. Despite their name, it might be a little bit less confusing to think of separately managed accounts as an investment product rather than an account like the name implies. So the easiest way to explain an SMA is to compare it to a pooled investment vehicle such as a mutual fund. So let's say you have $100,000 here at Canaccord Genuity and we purchase fund XYZ on your behalf. Well, company XYZ receives your $100,000 and in return issues you units of the fund. Now these units essentially just represent your ownership in the assets that the fund purchases. The reason why it's called a pooled investment vehicle is because your assets, your $100,000, is pooled together with all the other investors, and the portfolio manager invests that money to try and earn a return. With a separately managed account, your $100,000 stays separate from the other pool of investors, hence the name. So let's say instead we buy an SMA for $100,000 from company XYZ. In this case, the portfolio manager at XYZ instead just sends us at Canaccord Genuity the trading instructions, aka what to buy and sell in the portfolio, and we make the trades within your account. This means that you actually own the underlying securities in an SMA compared to just units in a mutual fund. So much of the benefit of using an SMA comes from this underlying ownership aspect. So for one, you can implement tax strategies such as tax loss harvesting. I made a video about that recently, so if you want to learn more, check that out. Number two is just the fee in total. So on a comparable strategy, a mutual fund tends to have a lot higher of a fee than the comparable separately managed account. Number three is fee transparency. So mutual funds report their performance net of fees, meaning that if they earn 9% in a year, their fees were 2%, they would show 7% for the year. With separately managed account, you will see your total performance and fees come off. Number four is statement transparency. So mutual funds and ETFs and other investment products are what we call one-line items, which means on your statement, you'll see XYZ mutual fund. With a separately managed account, because you own all the underlying positions, you'll see every single position that you own, giving you a lot more clarity into what you're actually holding. And number five is customization. Now, with separately managed accounts, you're able to exclude certain industries or certain positions where you may have a conflict of interest. So this begs the question, why doesn't everyone use them? Well, for one, separately managed accounts have much higher initial investments. So for the same strategy, a mutual fund might have a $500 minimum investment, while the separately managed account might have $50,000 to $100,000 or more. In addition, mutual funds' buried fees may make it feel like you're paying less in fees when you're actually paying more. So now that we understand what separately managed accounts are, what are unified managed accounts? Well, once you understand what an SMA is, you can understand what a unified managed account is, or a UMA. Essentially, it's also a managed account. However, it can hold various types of investments. So it could, let's say, hold mutual funds, ETFs, or exchange traded funds, in addition to separately managed accounts. Now, before UMAs, each separately managed account would need its own account and account number. So let's say we wanted to build you a portfolio with 2 SMAs and some mutual funds. We would need a minimum of 3 accounts just to implement this. A UMA brings it all together under one roof. In addition, UMAs allow us to reap all the benefits of separately managed accounts, such as professional asset management, tax strategies, fee transparency, potentially lower fees, robust performance reporting, and more, with added benefits such as automatic rebalancing and consolidated reporting. If you have any questions or would like to learn more, I encourage you to reach out to myself, Chris, or the rest of the team, and we'll be happy to help. Take care.